From careless bus drivers knocking people off mopeds to dangerous accidents on busy highways and so much more. Here are 8 minutes of idiot drivers. When driving down the highway, you never know what you might see. Crazy drivers exist everywhere, but sometimes karma strikes at just the right time. Back in March of 2022, a car on the San Francisco Bridge attempted to pass another, and let's just say things didn't turn out as planned. Maybe next time they'll be more careful. Careless drivers can be just as dangerous as reckless ones. Back in May 6th of 2022, a Dashcam captured the terrifying moment a car in Dallas suddenly rear-ended another after traffic ahead came to a sudden stop.
Put my shoulder into you.
Can we even play that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was about defense.
Yeah.
Can you guess who this one is going to be? That's Corey. It feels like it's a Corey day. It's a Corey show.
This goes to show the dangers of tailgating on the highway. If the cars ahead of you stop, you simply won't have enough time to brake to avoid a collision. Most of us might be guilty of tailgating at some point, but if you're fortunate enough to own a luxury vehicle, you probably wanted to keep it in good condition. This Ukrainian driver didn't get the memo when he crashed his silver BMW on September 18th of 2021. While trying to pass another car, he lost control and rammed into a tree with full force.
Ебать.
He may have been lucky in finding people willing to help out, but wouldn't it have been better to just stay out of trouble? Too bad. Speaking of staying out of trouble, here's a driver who definitely didn't do that. It was a sunny afternoon on February 25th of 2021. A man was traveling down the highway when his dashcam captured something he must have wished had never happened. A driver drifted across the double yellow line, sideswiped an oncoming trailer truck, and then spun into the car following the truck, forcing it off the road and causing minor damage. Drivers must understand how their actions affect others on the road. Thankfully, this man didn't suffer severe injuries, but the same cannot be said of the other driver, who had 2 major collisions within a split second. Getting off the road by another driver is bad enough, but things were worse for this moped rider in Taiwan. Was the clueless truck driver asleep? Did he really not see the man on the moped? We may not ever be able to explain what happened, but we know that this rider would have died on December 14th of 2021 if he had lost focus for a second. It could have been worse, but both men were lucky. One man risked being jailed, and the other would have been hospitalized. Apparently, Taiwan can be a scary place for moped drivers. This is another one of many accidents that could have been prevented if the driver had been more responsible. The crash occurred in Taipei on March 30th, 2022, while a rider was waiting for the traffic light. Because this taxi driver was not attentive, this was the result. It's a no-brainer that he has to pay for damages. Even when they're not sitting patiently at a stoplight, riders on 2 wheels have to stay alert. This Taiwanese driver nearly got into trouble for not staying in his lane. On August 14th of 2021, this helmet cam captured the moment a white Ford desperately wanted to overtake another car and almost hit the bike in the process. It happened so fast that a second of delay could have changed everything. Don't pass on the double yellow line, folks. Sometimes it's not passing that's the problem. Just entering traffic can be tricky enough. You'd think that in a city with so many two-wheeled vehicles, bus drivers would make sure the road was clear before pulling out into traffic, but that's not always the case. On November 22nd of 2021, a bus driver started driving away from the bus stop and caused a moped pileup because they just didn't check their mirrors. It's lucky that more of those oncoming moped riders didn't get caught up in this nasty accident. Another cause of bad accidents is drivers who want to rush through traffic lights. These decisions can have some dire consequences. On the evening of January 7th, 2021, this BMW driver thought he could beat the light and arrive at his destination faster. Not only did he not get where he was going on time, but he also had to spend a lot of time getting the damaged vehicle repaired. Only a few seconds of waiting would have averted this disaster. Waiting your turn at a traffic light is easy, but driving on a narrow road with cars parked on the side is tricky. You must watch both sides, as one small mistake could change everything. On January 30th of 2021, this taxi driver wasn't paying attention and knocked over a parked moped. It's funny because he picks it up and continues driving as if nothing happened. At least leave a note. Knocking over a moped and driving off seems almost forgivable compared to this next driver. It's so important to pay attention to the traffic around you. On September 22nd of 2021, this Taiwanese truck driver didn't notice that traffic was slowing down in front of him and had to make a last-minute lane change directly into another car. His fellow drivers tried to warn him with their horns, but he disregarded them until it was too late. If he only could turn back the hands of time, he would have listened to those horns. While that truck driver might have zoned out, this next driver had a need for speed that proved his downfall. On September 6th of 2021, a motorcycle rider in California wanted to show off his skills. In fact, he moves from the road to the sidewalk to show off his acceleration. Unfortunately, he met an unlikely speed bump when he tried to get back onto the road and couldn't make it past the grass strip, causing his bike to go down and take him with it. The best stunt he pulled was being able to stand up again and walk away with his bike.
Now he's up on the sidewalk?
Is he flipping somebody off?
Or is that he's turning left?
No, he's just I think he's just flipping Nick off. What's he doing? Oh, jeez! Oh.
See if he's okay.
Put your flash, your signal, your flash on.
Let's see if he's alright.
Oops, all the vehicles he wanted to overtake overtook him. Joke's on you, man. Well, that's all we have for today. If you have a clip you want to see featured on the channel, you can send in your submissions to the link down below, or go to submit.monthlyfails.tv. Otherwise, click the link on screen now to see more videos just like this. And with that, we will catch you in the next one.